All right.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Craig Black, and I'm here with Kyle. Welcome to the table, Kyle.
Thank you.
Wade and Janelle. We are back once again in Pine Box, Texas, and we are having Cassius Washington, who is actually a voodoo priest from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, join the group. However, last time you guys were here, you guys encountered a strange circus outside of town. You were looking for Big John Candles, who is your friend, but you have not yet found him, or he has not yet found you, one of the two. And so we're going to kind of pick it up from there today. Any questions before we go on?
No, just the introduction.
Absolutely, and we'll do that momentarily here. I gave you guys experience last time, right?
Yes, indeed.
Right. The money system, Kyle, is we use all of them. The bronze are pennies, okay?
Yeah.
Then dimes,
Yeah.
silver dollars, and then gold eagles. So those are actually $10 gold coins.
Right.
Okay? Which I guess are mostly historically accurate. Okay. All right. So you guys return to the Riverbend Hotel. By the way, I had several people contact me after last game. Apparently, we had 6 viewers.
Whoa!
And
Nice.
so it was. They're like, "Hey, I watched your game. It was really good. You know, I'm kind of. What are you doing with your Deadlands? All that kind of stuff." And
Well, welcome back.
and they also liked the stuttering.
Oh, really?
It was like, that's going to get him in a lot of trouble. It's like, yeah. Okay, so you guys had returned to the Riverbend Hotel, and at the Riverbend Hotel, you would continue to wait. The coach came in again this morning, okay? And the two of you slipped on your casual clothing, so your regular going out wear, whatever that looks like, and you headed down to the post office where the coach stops. You were not joined by Big John Candles, but that'll happen momentarily. Instead, you were joined by a lanky fellow dressed in some sort of odd garments. Do you want to describe yourself?
Yeah. Negro, it's about 6 feet, 175. Usually wears black, I guess it'd be a black trench coat.
Okay, sure.
White shirt, jeans, red sash, and actually I will go with what's in the photo and actually have a top hat.
Okay, sure.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome.
Does it have knickknacks?
A few.
Talismans and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay.
And the bag is actually underneath the trench coat, so.
Okay. So where do you carry all your belongings? Like he has saddle bags that he throws over his shoulder. She has a carpet bag. What do you carry them in?
Would actually probably be similar to the carpet bag, almost like it would almost look like a doctor's bag.
Okay.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome. Okay.
Do you have like a little crow skull in the middle?
No,
Well, not yet.
not yet.
Okay.
It's tempting though.
That's later. Okay. Right.
All the various small bones and knickknacks are in the carpet
Okay.
or in the bag for right now.
Alright.
Other than you do notice a smaller bag. When he's moving, you actually notice a smaller bag on his hip
Okay.
because I have to have. It's the green bag, the
Your mojo bag.
mojo bag, yeah.
Yes.
Which I actually have to cast the spells.
Got it.
Yes.
Understood.
All right. Now, have either of you encountered spellcasters before?
And there's actually a peacemaker on the other hip.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Matt, like the whole schism, if you will, in the world is recent, correct?
Relatively recent, yes.
So during the Civil War, it hadn't happened yet.
No, it actually had happened.
Oh, it had.
Yes, actually, part of the Civil War actually was supernaturally caused.
Okay, so then perhaps I encountered some during combat,
Right. Okay.
and I may or may not have started stuttering then.
Okay.
Depending on what you saw, that could very well have been.
I think I have a little bit. Like,
Okay.
But I've always kind of been weary of it because my father was a priest, right, or a pastor. Yeah, exactly. But he just put that in my head, like it's something I should watch out for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the official rule is spellcasters are real people in this world, obviously. And the church looks poorly upon them, okay, because their powers are given to them by basically the tainted spirits of the world, okay? And, so the church thinks, right? But
the church uses the same.
Exactly.
but what happens is they are powerful enough that unless they begin acting against other people around them, like, for example, a voodoo priest working out of Baton Rouge could heal a plantation owner's son. Right? So it's difficult for the pastor of the local church to go, oh, no, you shouldn't talk to him. Right? Because...
Yeah. So I'll say that it just makes me a little bit cautious, but it's not that...
Cool.
Yeah, but I know of it, though.
Okay, sounds good.
There we go.
Okay. So what I'm going to say, however, is when he steps off the stagecoach, you recognize him from Big John's description of him.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So Big John tells you a story in which, of course, he is the hero, which most of Big John's stories kind of go that way, where he actually, as he was fighting the Civil War and as he departed the service of the Confederate Army, he actually rescued a train of refugees who were fleeing from Louisiana, headed westwards. And one of those people was a young man who worked with voodoo spirits, who healed his wife, Mary. Okay. You were... Yeah, so for what that was, this fellow, he told you a description of how his grandmother had scarred him at birth, okay, around his face, in order so that he could commune more completely. And when you see this fellow step off, he has the scars, the ritual scarring around his face, which you remember from the stories.
Aha.
Okay.
This must be Cassius.
Okay. So we're not going to go too much into initial meetings. You guys meet each other. John Candles. Yeah. Is he here yet?
Yeah.
No.
We ain't found him yet.
Okay.
Nah. He was supposed to be here.
Yep.
But last day of spring, which is still a couple of days away by your estimations.
Okay.
We're just holed up at the hotel.
Okay. All right. To that end, you settle into the hotel. You guys sort of go about wandering around the hotel, looking at notice boards and, talking with the locals. There's not really much happening here. However, mid-afternoon, you see a bay horse ride into town, okay? And seated upon the back is the very familiar form of quote-unquote Big John Candles.
Big John.
Okay? Now, Big John he's not super huge, okay? He's called Big because he was a big deal, okay? There was a time that, Big John Candles out of Kentucky was one of those people that you just did not mess with, okay? And he was known for he had a heroic streak in him, but he was also known as being really hard drinking. And when he drank, things could get really nasty. Okay, so he has on his history several murders from his drunken periods.
But you said he doesn't drink anymore, right?
He does not.
Right.
After we met Mary, that was all fixed.
Okay.
Yeah. So so you see the horse slowly ride into town. Okay, and sure enough, he stops, sort of hitches up before the hotel. And then he slowly sidles off of him. Now, for those of you who haven't seen him for a while, the change of him is relatively dramatic. He's always been, he always sort of full form, tall, lanky, but muscular and move with sort of like a predatory grace, right? When he levers himself off his horse, first off, he has a dramatic limp, but secondly, his clothes hang loosely upon him, and his face looks haggard and tired. It's not the man you remember. Okay? As he kind of steps down, he grabs his double-barreled shotgun off, sort of grabs the saddlebags off, and slowly makes his way to the hotel. The walk is less cautious, more dogged, as if he's ridden through hell to get here.
All right, well, I want to saddle up to Big John and
Okay.
say, howdy, Big John.
Okay.
Let me help you with those bags. I'm going to take his saddlebags for him.
Okay, mighty grateful.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Tell me, I had sent for some other friends. They arrived with you?
Yes, the lovely Philomena's here, and we just saw Cassius get off the coach.
Well, good. All right. Well,
everybody's in the hotel.
He motions forward, and it's kind of like an old man's, let's take it inside. So, you walk inside. He is weather scored. Okay, his skin is like leather. Okay, he's obviously been out in the range quite a bit. He pauses, sits down. He motions to the hotel manager. Water, if you would. Which you're like, water? And some coffee. There was a moment where that he wanted to order something else.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It seemed in this moment that he wanted to, or
Yes.
in the old times he would.
No, at this moment.
Okay, so
yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
He says, well, thank y'all for coming.
You don't look yourself, Big John. How's Mary doing?
Well, that's actually why I'm here to talk to you. Mary, well, she passed. And, but it's my duty as a husband that made me send out the letters. I encountered some people in my past, and unfortunately, I made some bad choices. And I have some enemies. Unfortunately, Mary paid for my past indiscretions. I'll be honest with you, I'm being blackmailed by a man of dubious intentions and quality. And I need your help. Otherwise, Mary's soul will never rest at ease.
Well, you just pulling us in the right direction.
All right.
You know you have my help. Especially
He takes the coffee. No, I'm good. Right?
especially when it comes to making sure souls go where they're supposed to.
He his hand shakes a bit as he drinks the coffee. He's some time ago I fell in with a fella. I need to make some money there. I could buy some land for Mary and myself. And well, he offered me the money, but there was something he wanted me to do. And when it came time to do it, I talked to Mary, and she told me I shouldn't. And I don't know. All things being equal, maybe I should have. But now the reality is this fella, he's a trafficker in dark spirits. And when Mary passed, I don't think her soul made it to the gates of heaven.
I'll say a prayer for her, Big John.
He has this mirror, and when you look into the mirror, you can see her reflection gazing out back at you. Now, he's told me that he's the only one that can free her from the mirror, let her soul pass on to where it needs to be. But in order to do that, I need to recover for him, well, 3 boxes Problem is, I'm not half the man I used to be. Otherwise, I'd go off and do it myself and not ask for a favor from folks such as yourselves. But I ain't got no choice. And I ain't got much to offer you. I was good at killing people, but not good at being a farmer. So, what's left ain't much. But I'll gladly offer to you and set my mare to right.
Well, I reckon you saved my life more times than I can count, Big John. So, you got my guns. You want us to go after the mirror or the boxes?
What I'm afraid of is that without the right skill, the mirror should be trapped there forever. So I don't really see that I rightly have much choice but to do what he says.
Those types of objects can be very particular on the skill sets that they require. If I knew more of him or of the mirror, I may be able to ask Olgan to lead her soul to the gates.
Well,
but I probably need the mirror and time.
Mr. Solomon told me that her spirit would not linger forever within the mirror. And if I did not want it to pass on to perdition forever, I best act with some alacrity. And so, I don't know how much time I'd rather have.
Yes.
But I thank you for the offer.
But as for what you've done prior, I'll help you gather what's needed, and if push comes to shove, maybe Olgun can convince this Mr. Solomon that he's not on the right path.
I brought you here to Pine Box because near here there's a place called Wanatchee Station. It's a rail station. Like all the rail stations, it has a lockup, and apparently the fellow that Mr. Solomon's entrusted this box to, well, he put it into the safe at Wanatchee Station. My first thought was I'd just go in there with my double barrel, but as you can see, I can barely hold it straight anymore. I have the number of the lockbox, and it's doing crime, which I understand, but I got no place else to turn.
Sounds easy enough. I've
You're
opened
like,
I've opened my share of lockboxes.
All right. So, okay, big common knowledge rolls. None of you are from this area, so yeah, okay. So just a straight common knowledge roll. See if you've heard of this Wanatchee Station.
Okay. This is my one.
4.
5?
4.
Okay. Wanatchee Station, is on the Union Blue Railway. Lies to the east of here, maybe about 15 miles or so. Okay. There was supposed to be a rail spur up through here, but that's sort of still being built. So realistically, it's probably the closest rail station to Pine Box that there is. Okay. What you do know is that that's about it. You know about where it is, but you don't really know too much about the description at all. Okay.
Right.
He says, I've been riding. And old Stella there, she's nigh as old as I am, so the ride hasn't been a gentle one. I'm going to go get some rest. I'll meet up with you a little bit later on today. We just discuss maybe what the plan would be.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Okay, so he bottoms his coffee and heads towards the stairs. As he does so, he grinds up the stairs like a walking dead man. Each of you, as you sort of look at him, you really get the impression that the only reason that he's still above his boots rather than laying even with them is because he has his one last duty to marry before.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand. All right then. What time? It's early.
It's around midday or so. You do know that from the livery, they do dispatch a wagon to Wanatchee Station on a regular basis. So
I'm gonna go and inquire as to some horses.
all right. All right. So head over to Goodman's livery. You have riding?
Yes.
Are you a good rider?
I am an adequate rider. I have some basic riding skills.
Okay, so as you look at the livery horses, make a riding check, please.
Why do you? No,
What's that?
nothing.
2.
All right then. Stick with that. So you look at the horses. They're old, long tooth, sway backed. They are. As you look at them, you're kind of hoping you kind of maybe pick out some diamonds in the rough. But as you look at them, none of them really jump out at you as maybe a quality rental. Okay.
Wagon it is.
Hold on. So as you go to livery, though, all of them are rideable for sure. You're just not sure that they're necessarily getaway quality.
Understood.
And if we're going to be robbing a bank, we're going to need or a station, we're going to need getaway quality.
Okay.
All right. Well, perhaps we'll find some better horses in Wanatchee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So so the wagon to get out there would be about 12 miles. My apologies. It's about 12 miles. So it costs you 60 cents to ride the wagon out there. Good times. Okay. The livery tells you that the wagon goes out there twice a day.
Okay.
Basically carrying supplies. They go out there in the morning carrying goods for the train, and they go out there in the evening picking trains up from the actual train station itself. Okay.
Okay.
And so, how many people can?
On the wagon?
And yeah. Is there a limit?
Half dozen. Yeah. They'll hitch up another wagon if there's too many people going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
So there's no need to reserve right now.
He asked you, are you looking to go?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
all
with
right.
you now.
Are you going tonight, or do you want to go tomorrow morning?
Well, might as well make haste.
All right.
Tonight sounds as good as the time as any.
Okay. Okay. So it'll be $1.80 for all three of you.
Okay. Have you purchased everything?
I think I have. I haven't bought like travel food or anything, but that's.
I don't think anybody has travel.
No,
food at
I
this
don't
point.
have travel food.
And some of the other stuff is I'm not gonna take explosives or blasting gear, especially when I don't have anything. I've got weapons, I've got my clothing, I've got some.
I'm just gonna say,
basic stuff.
Kyle, your history with explosives tells me.
Why do I think I'm not gonna even touch those ever again on any character?
How much then do I owe you?
Just give me a second to.
Okay. So if you guys want to spend it, 60 cents, he'll carry you out there today.
Okay.
In fact, the ride is about 2 hours. It's a wagon, right? So
Okay.
it takes a while. So he'll be leaving here in the next couple of hours to go.
In the next couple of hours. And we're supposed to meet up with John, though.
Yeah. Now,
So
does anybody have healing in the party? You do. Anybody else?
Good.
Okay, go ahead and make your healing check.
black is
Wild Deck?
is wild. In there or
Yeah, back in the hat. Okay.
3 is not really what I wanted for that.
Okay.
$11's much better.
So yeah, you're looking at John.
I would have gone up with John to make sure he was okay while
Yeah.
these guys went out.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So fair enough. He shows signs of, you think, maybe tuberculosis or something like that. He's sweating, pale. He's definitely sick. You're actually quite amazed that he rode from wherever he rode to get to here. Okay.
Wow.
So you're not exactly sure how much help he's going to be in a gunfight.
Okay.
Probably not that much.
Okay.
Well, he should probably wait here.
Okay. But that said, though, he does offer you the use of his double-barreled shotgun if you want to take it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said 250?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
why he wanted to beat up with us later, was for that. I thought it was to...
Well, I spent 101, so
well,
149.
Yeah, so...
For paper?
Yes.
So you, from what you know of him, his pride
Right.
will probably demand that he help you.
I understand. Okay.
Right.
That's just not...
So we'll just go without him and just let him rest. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. And then...
If I could...
it is
No,
a
don't-
couple of hours.
Actually, is there anywhere in here for, like, a... What would effectively in other systems be, like, a healer's kit, or...
Bandages.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I deducted.
Although there's a doctor's bag in there somewhere.
I'm going to pay you this. This is for the wagon ride?
Yes.
That would be under the general provisions, or...
I think it's like $15. Or I've just made it $15. And
Okay.
We can just go with that.
Yeah, go with that.
Okay. Okay.
I deducted your 60 cents for the wagon.
Yep.
$15?
Yeah, so I'd need a 5 back.
Is that how that works, Cal?
Well,
I was going to give you way more than that. You should have just... I was going to give you 16 back for some reason.
Okay.
I probably shouldn't be the banker.
That's fine.
All right. Yeah, so the wagoneer, he loads up some provisions, bags. Looks like some like a sack of mail from the post office to head out to the train. Okay. Do you like he's waiting for you?
yep.
Yep.
Right. And as you sort of come up, he like checks his pocket watch, closes it. Right. And then yeah.
Off
So
we go.
yeah, so his name is Angus. He has a strong Scottish accent. He does his run twice a day. He has, like his repeater sitting beside him, short rifle, right? And he pretty much talks the entire time about, sort of growing up in Scotland and coming here and getting involved in a war and ending up in Pine Box and, whatever.
Standard.
Right? Yeah. So 2 hours of listening to him talk, you finally pull up to Wanatchee Station.
And have we taken all of our stuff with us because we're not staying the night here back in town?
Yeah.
You can leave your bags in storage here.
That's okay. That's what we'll do then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 cents to store the bags for the
I
night.
just put my bags in Big John's room. Hey, Big John.
Yeah, okay.
That's you this year.
I'll put mine in storage just because there's my stupid bag is size don't lie.
And he is sleeping, so okay.
I put mine in storage.
There you go.
I've got most of my stuff with me, but just in case.
This is Wanatchee Station.
Oh, well.
Okay?
It is just basically a rail station.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So when you arrive, let me tell you what a pain in the ass it is to draw railway tracks.
I don't even want to know.
You gotta draw parallel lines for one thing.
Yeah.
Right? And the program doesn't allow you to transpose them. It doesn't matter. Anyhow.
We
it's a
did a
pain.
mighty fine job.
Yes.
Looks like railroad tracks to me.
So Wanatchee Station is just like this. Basically, it's a brick platform with a small stone hut on it, but the roof covers the entire platform. There is sort of a wooden stair that leads up, okay? Hitching rails up here, and the wagon pulls up like right up through here, okay? To what you see, there are a pair of men who work here, and they both appear to be, sort of in their 30s, skinny, handlebar mustaches, wearing the Union Blue uniforms. Okay, they take the mail, etc., from Angus, and he doesn't waste any time. He basically, he gets on his wagon after he drops stuff off. He sees if there's anything to pick up, takes a couple crates, and then he's on his way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we got a...
So, so when you disembark, you're here. And one fellow comes up to you. Y'all catching the 610?
Where's 610 heading?
610 heads up to Austin.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, what time is it now?
Checks his watch. You'll be waiting about hour 20.
That sounds about right.
Okay. So you notice that there is a cart, but no horses. They might be grazing someplace nearby. There is no other house or cabin or anything, but these guys obviously don't live in the station. The station itself is basically a single floor. Okay, this up here sort of is a makeshift warehouse with crates, etc. Then there's the office itself. The office has like the little gated windows, and then sort of a heavy security door here. Okay. Although you notice that they leave the door open. Okay. Both of these guys have .38 revolvers at their hips. Although, from the stiffness of the holsters, etc.,
they haven't used them.
You would guess they're probably not gunslingers. Right. The other thing too is, like I said, there's a roof that covers this. So there's a bench down here. Okay. And on the bench, it's actually covered from the rain, etc.
Got it.
Okay. But yeah, you guys are alone here with these two guys.
And so I'm just going to kind of mosey around, look like I'm waiting for the train.
Okay.
And just scope the place out, case the joint, if you will.
Yeah.
So what is our plan with this lockbox? Are we just going to go run in and get it?
We're gonna open it and take it.
As we're traveling, I think we would have discussed something.
Yeah.
Well, as much as we can discuss with a certain.
I know, but maybe a little bit when we're not around people because
but
yeah. Oh, so we're just gonna run in and grab it.
Well, you also had to wait a little while before you left, so yes, you would have had enough time.
Yeah. So we basically my plan was to wait until they go home, and maybe even catch the train and hop off the train and come back, and just steal it.
Okay.
Do we know whether or not they actually?
Well, they don't sleep here. You don't see any beds in evidence when you're right.
We would have looked at the train schedule. Is there anything due after the 6:10 leaves?
Tomorrow.
Okay. So, and 6 train heads up to Austin. Where is its next stop after? Because personally, jumping off a moving train is.
Yeah, pshaw.
It doesn't go that
he says from experience. So the next stop is Red Forks, which is about 10 miles north of here.
Okay. Well, we could, I guess, get on and jump off. It's just not.
Before we still have an hour and a half to scope this place and have a chit chat.
Okay, so you scope.
So when I'm inside, do I see where the lock boxes are?
Go ahead and make a note check. So how would you what happens is if you actually look inside here, right? This office, right? Oops, pardon me. This office itself, right? It's there's a door here, which is that metal door. Okay, then there's a teller's window here, here, and here.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a stove inside. You can smell the roasting. They're obviously cooking their dinner and coffee inside. Okay. And then there's a couple of desks. One here and one here. This is what appears to be like a heavy locked chest.
Okay.
Okay. And all along this wall, there's also shelves. If you were to take a guess, you think right there is probably the secure storage.
Okay. Because the shelves just look like shelves. They're not like the rows and rows of lock boxes like you've seen.
Or postal boxes, or
that's what I was imagining.
Actually, there are actual slots, like cubby holes, as if for deliveries.
Sure, but they're open ended, like document slots.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around. Are there any postings, wanted posters, and like that posted on the walls? And stuff?
There are, but most of them look like they've been posted here for months.
Yeah, so I'm
right,
just
they're yellowed with age.
Moseying around, looking casual.
Just gonna actually sit down on the bench and.
Okay. So you pick up an old paper that happens to be sitting on the bench, and the one fellow, he puts on his hat, which is sort of got this blue ring with the logo on the top. And he says, "So y'all gonna need a ticket, or are you just gonna wait?"
Oh, right. We probably need some tickets, don't we?
Make a notice check, please. Did you make a notice check already?
Not yet.
Okay. Do you have alertness?
Do I have alertness? I do not.
Okay. All right, but you are a 7th son.
Just doesn't give me any practical abilities.
No.
Just means I'm special. I'm fated for greatness. So my mama told me. So I rolled a 4.
4. All right. Yeah, so inside, this is a very basic building, right? If it's locked here, there's only one box you see with a lock, and it's inside of that secure door, inside of that crate.
So that secure door, does it look like when they leave, they're going to lock it with a key?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah. Now the door, that wall there, it seems to be made of stout lumber, but the door itself is made of metal.
Metal, yes.
Right?
Like the door that's inside, you mean?
This door right here.
Yeah.
That door is made of metal.
And
And then what about the outside door?
The outside doors, these doors here, they're just wood. Like there's one there, one there, one there, one there.
Yeah.
They're all just wood.
Okay.
However, the windows themselves have like sliding blinds, right? So it looks like it's probably pretty secure when they're not here.
Right. So I'm going to, how much are tickets?
Well, where are you?
Do they have a posting board of destinations?
No, unfortunately, they don't. They have a chalkboard which tells you when the trains are running and what the lines are.
Okay.
But for the actual tickets, when you ask, it's like, well, where are you headed?
Well, I'm looking to get to Austin.
The ticket to Austin's $5.10.
All right. Well,
What's the next town closest to you?
Red Forks.
Red Forks.
Right.
That's 10 miles. The ticket to Red Forks is like 50 cents.
Okay.
all right. Well, let me get one of those tickets to Austin. Bob,
What's that? $5.10.
here's your 10 cents.
All right.
Thank you, kind of. Now, what I'm going to casually pay attention to
Yeah.
is where he puts my money.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
All right. So he takes your money. He basically punches a ticket, right? Like there's a little rotary machine, right? And then he stamps the ticket, or he gives it to you, right? And it says Austin for $5.10, right? It's only for today. You have to travel today, otherwise the ticket's invalid. Okay. And then he takes that money and he scoops it basically into what appears to be a strong box, and he pushes his drawer closed.
Okay.
Okay. He then takes his key and locks the drawer.
Okay.
Okay. And you're like, whatever.
Yeah. So as he's doing that, I'm just gonna kind of make casual conversation about.
All right.
You boys from around here?
Okay. So he's persuade.
How about while he's doing that?
Persuade. I'm just trying to chit chat.
Trying to make conversation. Trying to be
How does that
friendly.
need to be persuade. I'm being friendly.
Okay. What I'm doing is determining
It's okay.
exactly
I understand.
how friendly
I'm just
you are.
griping.
Can I assist or no?
Absolutely. You
'Cause
can
what I was
take over
thinking-
for him if you like.
I don't want to
probably
take over.
need
It's
to.
just, if I'm in the what?
You probably will need to.
Yeah,
but
you
anyway.
probably do
No,
want to
I
take
was
over.
saying like I'm in the background and I'm doing stuff like fixing my stockings and like fanning myself. I'm just trying to create a distraction so they're like when he's asking them questions, they're not overthinking what he's asking.
Sure. Yeah. Do it. That's a persuasion
smart.
check.
Yeah.
Smart.
Persuasion check.
Okay.
Maybe they catch
You
the odd
roll your
glimpse of
persuasion.
Oh,
an
me
egg.
not.
Yeah.
Oh, I just trying to assist him though.
I know, but you aid him. The more
Oh.
successful you are, the easier his role becomes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Maybe they.
persuasion, persuade +1 to persuade, so 6.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So you're like,
They keep looking over to the.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, good. Oh my
It's even
gosh.
better.
He's gonna roll great.
So that is 16 minus 1, 15.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
He just rolled 2 6s.
My tongue tied makes me
yeah, -1.
to anything related to speech.
Yep.
All right. Well, her presence in the background makes him incredibly patient to talk to you as long as you want.
Oh, as long as he's looking over he's not looking at you. He's looking at
Yeah, he's
her.
like,
Right.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So he. I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Basically, are you boys from around here? My intent in this conversation
Is to find out where they sleep.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So you kind of lead the conversation around. So as it turns out, Cletus is local, right? He's actually from a place called Iron Springs, which is apparently someplace within 20 miles. You've never heard of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
However, his companion Archer is actually from Baltimore, and he's a member of the Union Blue group. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's actually like a real, but he don't deign to talk to the locals. Too good for us. But important comes on. Let me tell you, that uniform is awesome. And he kind of turns. You talking about me? You talking about me? Right? Anyhow, then he kind of goes back and so you would guess there's obviously a hierarchy here. Archer is definitely in charge. Cletus is more of the hired help.
But the gist I get from the conversation is after the last train's gone, they go home. Right.
And where their home is there's actually a Union Blue cabin, which is about half a mile down the road.
Aha.
Okay. And it's near a stream, which is why it's built there.
Got
okay.
It.
Just so that you're like water's nearby. You don't have to haul it for whatever. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: in the course of that conversation, do I get a general idea of where that cabin is?
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, with your roll and with your distraction, I'm going to give you 3 questions that you can ask.
Okay. So the 3 questions I would like to ask are: one was with their from Hunter. So I got that question.
Yes.
My second question I would like to know is, tell me what it's like in that cabin. You guys get along?
Right. Okay, so from Cletus, no, they don't get along. Okay, Archer's pretty big for his britches. The cabin is basically one room, bunk room. There's an outhouse. And apparently they have a horse.
Oh. Ask him that. It's gay to ask them.
You guys ride that horse together?
No, Mr. Archer uses it when he needs to take it into town.
Oh, I see.
So I guess they just walk home from here?
Yeah, it's only half a mile.
Yeah.
Right, I know. Just wondering.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And then I guess my third question, if I can, is to get an idea of where that cabin is.
Yeah, sure. It's half a mile up the road. You might have saw it if you rode in from Pine Box.
Okay. It's, that cabin we saw. Yeah. Would we have seen it from off the road?
Well, but you've seen a lot of sort of cabins and farmhouses, etc. Okay. So, to identify which one it was, yes, you'll get that. But you wouldn't have known that just from asking.
Got it.
Right.
So that's all the information I want. So basically, just so I found out that they were where they live. Mm-hmm. I found out how they don't get along all that well, and I found out that where the cabin is.
Yes.
Enough that I could get there.
Oh yeah, you're pretty sure you could backtrace to there.
Excellent.
Okay, so they're doing that for a while. What are you doing while they're doing that?
They're actually covering most of what I need.
Okay.
Okay, so I just came in on the coach, so yeah. She just looking at the surrounding area, if we're having to say run in a direction other than back towards town,
right?
Planning an escape route, basically.
Okay.
That we could probably handle on foot because it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of horses.
Yeah, you search around the place. It is
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. To the west of you, to the east of you, it's basically slowly rising hills and then trees. And so you're pretty much assuming that the reason they built the railway station here is because just to the east of you, there's some fairly dense hills.
Yeah.
And for the trains to go up and down, this is definitely flatter here.
Yeah, so they went through the valley instead of trying the hills.
Yeah, exactly. However, the other thing that happens is while they're talking, you actually spot a wagon coming up from the west from across the tracks.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. And it seems to be approaching the station.
How does it look like?
Well,
I mean, who's on it? Is it serious?
Does it look like another one like the wagon we rode up on? Or
yes. So it is. It's a wagon. It's loaded with a couple of boxes on the back, and it also has a pair of outriders riding with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, keep an eye on it.
Okay. So it approaches the station. You guys are sort of finishing your conversation. It's like, I saw that cabin. It's painted blue. Yeah, I did the painting myself. Whatever.
Look quite cozy.
And then the southern door suddenly bang open. Okay, and a man wearing a long duster with a Lancaster repeater in his hand basically sort of plows into the place. Okay, and he bellows, "Cletus, get your ass out here and help us with these boxes." "Oh, right away, Mr. Fuller." And so he then sort of almost immediately basically leaves his desk. I gotta go. And out through the door. Now, you notice, by the way, that when he swings the door open, right, he closes it, but he doesn't close it all the way. He closes it sort of like closed over, but not actually closed, right? Maybe it's, you don't know why. But
which door?
The security door that he leaves the office with.
Oh, okay. It doesn't quite close it over.
Nice.
Correct.
Okay.
Like, maybe he doesn't have the key if he needs to.
Yeah, you don't know. And then he, sort of straightens his disheveled uniform. He runs out the south. Okay, runs down to the south. And as you look out through that door now, parked just down here, there is now a wagon parked right there. Okay? Sure enough, there's two of these guys in sort of their Range Rider coats, both of them with these, with repeaters. Mm-hmm. And then there's two workers from the actual wagon, or from the train itself, who then sort of muscle these boxes off and put them onto the station. You hear one of the guys come in and go, "Yeah, 2 crates for the 610. Oh, right away, Mr. Fuller. Right? And Archer definitely has more of a respect for this person. To you are a customer, but this guy is definitely deferential.
Mm-hmm. Which means this guy is somewhat important in the local area.
Yeah. So, what do we do?
Okay, so you said both Cletus and Archer, they both went out to help?
No, just Cletus.
Just Cletus.
Archer is still in there, he's making tickets.
Right, and he's the serious guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big are these crates that they're moving?
Well, they're manhandling them, and they've got ropes underneath them to lift them. They obviously look pretty heavy, at least 100 pounds or so. Okay, and how big are they? Like about half the size of this table.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder what they are. But
not the fellow who's buying tickets, but the other fellow. He sort of sidles up to you. G'day, man.
Good day, sir.
Not from around these parts.
Well, I'm just traveling right now.
Oh, where might your lucky destination be?
I'm just going. What's the small town called again?
Well, you just came from Pine Box, but
Yeah.
Red Forks is just to the
Red
north.
Forks. Yeah.
Oh, well, you're headed to. Really? Ken and Red Forest.
Oh, what
Maybe
are their names?
What's that?
What's their last name? Their surname?
Fuller.
Fuller. Okay, I think I've heard that name before.
Abel Fuller at your service.
Hello, Abel. I'm Philomena.
You planning on being in Red Forks long? Because I could make a trip up there.
I might be.
See? Now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
You are a soiled dove, a lady of the night. Do you travel around advertising your wares, or do you normally just travel
only when I feel the time is right?
Okay, fair enough. So right now you're just a lady with the attractive trait.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a little bit flirtatious, but
got it.
And then if
I'm
the
with
time's
you.
right and I feel it, then I'll be like, yes, that's what I do.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so less saloon girl and more courtesan.
Yeah, well, if that's okay. I mean,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
It's whatever you want it to be. I just want to get the concept in my
I
head.
mean, I have nothing against saloon girls.
Amateurs. All right. Yeah, so these guys, they sort of, after they get the crates up, they're basically waiting they put them on the platform to wait. And they obviously are going to wait until the train comes so they can deliver these crates onto the train.
We can't really do anything.
Well, sure you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of mosey around. I got my ticket out,
Okay.
making a point to look at my
So you
ticket.
said 50 cents for
Red Forks, yes.
Red Forks.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
I'll buy my ticket too from him.
Yeah.
Hey, are you the banker?
Nope.
Get your
Sorry.
fingers out of there.
Too much big banker and the other one.
Okay. All right. So, so you settle in. This fella, he, offers you a flask and, he's super friendly to you. And he has the same last name as the older gentleman, so you're guessing maybe a son or something like that?
Okay, so can we just quickly recap for my brain? So the Fuller was the guy who just got off the...
Yeah, the guy who brought the wagon in.
Brought the wagon and opened the door with the authoritative, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the son is who I'm talking to.
Yes.
Okay, and he's how...
What's that?
He's like the age of like 20.
30.
Okay.
Yep. He gets his father's maybe 50 or so, but he still looks pretty rangy.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he makes no bonus. He's pretty forward, right?
Yeah.
He's like, so, do you have a fellow? You know, he's. Would you like to have a fellow? You know.
I think makes me guess that this guy hasn't made it to town very often, or if he does. Well, she is attractive. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so,
right, and you know, it's you live on the open range.
Yes.
Right. There is nothing here. Right. Yeah. So these guys kind of settle in. Right. The two workers sitting outside smoking pipes. And these other two sort of just waiting for the wagon to.
Let's actually pull up my pipes.
Okay. So, is there anything else you wish to do, or just wait for the train?
I'm just waiting for the train.
All right.
Just kind of leaning up against the corner of the
train arrives at 6:07.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, in the meantime, when we have a chance, we discuss our plan.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Right. So we'll pause me, and you guys discuss what your plan is.
My current plan is as follows.
Yes. Does it involve bam, 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 bam?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
We pretend to either get on the train or pretend to get on the train.
Yep.
We then double back, and we wait for them to.
I'm gonna grab myself a drink. I'll be right back.
Lock up and go home.
Okay.
Then we go to their cabin.
Yep.
We, convince them to give us all of their keys.
Yes.
And then we come back and take everything we want.
So pretending to get on the train would be a stealth roll.
Well, if you were to pretend, I'm just thinking I'm going to get on the train and jump off.
Jump off the train?
That's why I said that.
Yeah, seriously.
It works for him. I don't know if it works for you and me.
Okay, jumping off would be athletics.
Yes.
Then it would work for me, but I just don't know if my lady would do that.
Okay.
Gosh. It is a good plan, though. It's just...
It is.
It's just, I don't see a way to blend into the background. Why didn't we get on the train?
I know.
Yeah.
That would be another... Yeah.
We could wait till the train leaves and just turn around and stick them up.
That's... Well, there is that option, too, but...
Right?
How about... So you can't jump off the train?
Well, I could. It's just... not my specialty, so to speak.
I understand. Because I was thinking, because I probably could jump off the train pretty easily. If I break an ankle or sprain an ankle, you can help me.
Actually, I could, yes.
But anyways, what I could do is, as we're getting on the train, I could say, I left something behind, and then you go find it and stay behind.
Yeah, we could certainly... I just don't see a way we can stay out of their sight.
The problem is, if it was a busier station, it'd be easier to blend in the crowd. The fact that there is...
nothing.
No crowd.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna have to get on the train and then get off the train.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere for us to kind of hide and disappear when the train, so that they think we got on the train.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't.
Well, I could. No.
Maybe in the hustle and bustle of us getting on the train, you could hide out in the trees.
Right? We get on the train and then we get off the train.
Especially if Cletus helps them load, right? It's not like people notice.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is... Other thing I could do is actually help them load and then just not get on the train. But I paid for the ticket, so they're expecting me to get on the train. Get on the train and we'll have to get off the train at...
Alright, so have you guys just finished discussing your plan?
Have we?
Yeah.
Is that what we're just going to get on the train, jump off, and then finish the rest of the plan after?
Yeah, well then we're just going to go, we're going to wait until they go home and then go to their cabin, stick them up, get the keys,
or
take our
get
stuff.
them on the way to the cabin and tie them up in their woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, it's got rope to tie them up.
The train, as you might imagine, is not super impressive.
No.
Okay? This is a 5-car train. A locomotive, 2 passenger cars, and 2 cargo cars. One of the cargo cars is actually an open flatbed. So as it pulls into the station at 6:07, Archer steps up. His uniform is immaculate compared to the sort of the rumpled version that Cletus has. And he steps out, and he's like, 610 to Austin, 610 to Austin, with stops at, Red Forks, blah, 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 all on the way. Okay? Yes?
How far away was Red Forks again?
10 miles.
10 miles.
To Pine Box?
No, to Red Forks.
Right, for 10 miles.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, maybe it's just take it to Red Forks and then get some horses and come back.
All right.
Magical, get some horses.
Well, let's say have a livery stable, just like Pine Box did. In the course of our conversing, does anyone mention how big Red Forks is?
Don't know.
Yeah, so Red Forks is another station similar to this one,
Oh,
which,
okay.
which services homesteads.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so
So it's not even as big as Pine Box.
no, it's as big as this.
Looks like original plans.
Okay, we're gonna jump off the train.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so what happens is these two crates get put onto the train, and when they get put onto the train, like obviously these guys are, they hoist them on. They're heavy. They kind of crash their way in. The flat car is full of building materials, railway ties, railway
so
rails.
it's going to whatever spur or main part of the line that isn't complete yet.
Plus also sacks of cement and just
building supplies.
Right? And these two boxes are actually loaded into the cargo car. And you notice, by the way, the cargo car, when it opens, the doors open. There's actually a couple of armed men inside of the cargo car. Okay? So guards for the train.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay? So passenger cars at the front, cargo cars at the rear.
They're gonna see us jump off.
Okay?
Probably.
Okay, and yeah, so the train, it's not stopped for long. The Fullers they make sure their cargo gets on. Harmon, who's the guy who's talking to you, he's pretty diligent in his attention to you, to the extent that his father finally says to him, Harmon, get away from that woman. Get over here and help me. Right on, Pa. Ma'am. And Red Forks. Okay. Now, what name do you give him?
I'm gonna give him the name of Phil.
Okay. Phil. Okay.
Oh, Mina.
Now, didn't we talk though that you actually
Yeah, I
had
can't
like
remember.
you're gonna have like a list of names?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I wanted another name. Give me a horror name.
Well,
Savannah.
Sebastian, give me a name.
Savannah.
Savannah.
No.
Oh, Cassidy.
Yep.
Cassidy Speedway.
Cassidy
I
Speedway.
saw it on the back of a truck the other day. Anyways.
Yeah, no, we saw this thing on the back of the
Oh.
truck that said "Bring back Cassidy
That's
Speedway,"
funny, you're funny.
but it was written in Old West.
We'll go with Cassie.
So that's why I was like, you should have named your character Cassidy Speedway because it was.
The actually from chat we have Cassidy Rains.
Okay.
That works.
Let's do that.
All right. Okay. Well, Miss Cassidy, it's been a right pleasure meeting you.
You as well.
Okay. Okay, so you guys hop onto the train. The front car is actually first class. You didn't buy a first class
No.
ticket, so you
I
can
don't
sit
even need to
down.
be let in there. Even.
No one, by the way, gets off the train at this station.
No.
So as you jump on, you're like, yeah. Most of the people here, like the car's maybe got like a half dozen people in it. It's not full in any manner. Some people, eating, tin lunches, etc. There is one fellow who looks dangerous looking. He's sort of a grim older man, maybe 45 or so, with a dark jacket. He has a black hat sort of on his bench. And as you walk in, he kind of looks up at you. He's right on the edge of the seat, so you can see, the long-barreled Schofield, like right there on his hip, and his hand sort of hovers down to his belt as you guys get on, as if, he's always expecting trouble.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you kind of, nod to him and whatever. You guys actually sit down, or you just?
I'm gonna find a seat in the row at the back of the car.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around, and in fact, at some point, I'm going to stand on the outside,
Okay.
like where the two cars meet.
Yep.
The little
Linkage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hang out there.
And that's allowed. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. You do notice, by the way, the cargo door is closed. for the actual storage car. So you won't be allowed out of this car backwards. Okay. But yeah. The other thing too is once these guys go about their business, some cargo is offloaded into the Wanatchee station. Some is put on, including the stuff that came from Pine Box with you. That takes a little while and it kind of distracts them. Okay. And as soon as the Fullers get their crates on, you can see them on the wagon and riding away. Harmon kind of looks back as if, for one final glance. But, he doesn't, but they ride off like as pretty much as quick as they can, right? So the other thing too is it's springtime in Texas, so it's evening, right? So it's starting to get dark. Okay. So no one really pays attention to you. Okay.
So the train's not moving in, or it is moving?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, no, you can still hear them struggling with cargo in the back.
All right.
So, how close are the trees?
Like they're right there.
If we were to get on the train, I'm just going to look around. If I was to get on the train and just get back off the train on the other side of the train,
yep,
I could vanish into the trees pretty easily.
Yeah, you're not hobbled or anything, right? Like don't have a limp or you could run for the trees probably in a few seconds.
Okay.
Well, I think I might just do that rather than jump off the train.
Yeah.
It seems less dangerous. So then
his
character broke his neck jumping off the train.
And so the train, it's like on a tight.
These are not monorails.
Yeah, so it's
the schedule. They're not going to wait for anybody.
No.
Okay.
6:10.
Okay.
So
yeah. So I'm just gonna, as I get on the train, I'll be like, "Oh my god, I lost my daddy's necklace," and I'm just gonna get off the train. I'm not even gonna try and hide. I'm just gonna get off the train.
All right.
And pretend I'm looking for it.
Question
I'm
for
not
you.
gonna say it to everyone. I'm just gonna say it under my breath.
So fair enough. Yeah. So you make a
like that I've lost something. I'm gonna go find it, and then the train leaves without me.
How important is it that people that that you are authentic in that pantomime?
It wouldn't be too important. Is anyone paying attention to me right now? The other guy's left.
Well, okay. So your attractiveness is a double-edged sword.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
So they're looking at me. So they're like, "What? Like, what's she doing here?" Or something.
No. So you're attractive, right? So it helps you in some situations, but also makes you memorable and draws attention, right? So.
Oh, I see. Right.
Right.
Okay,
so
then, if something happened at the station, they would remember my face. Or what do you mean?
No, I mean, okay, so the question is anybody watching me? By nature, because you're attractive, when you walk into a room, people will watch you. Right?
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But the people on this train, they look like they're not going to get off the train and try and help me.
No, absolutely not. Well, no.
Okay, then I'm going to be... Yeah, I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
What's the problem? No one's going to help me.
No. It's not a problem. What happens, though, is... The reason I asked that was because you have performance.
Yeah.
So you could actually, that includes acting. So you could actually make it totally realistic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to do.
Yeah, that's the only, or does it really matter to you how realistic you make it?
I'm going to make it realistic.
Okay,
yeah,
sounds good.
For fun.
Performance.
Oh, right. So my performance, that's what it would be. So it would be a D6. Then performance has the +1.
There you go. Right. Might be worthy of an Oscar call someday. All right. So you're like, oh my, where did my necklace ever go? Now, second question I have for you. So Harmon and his father are outside loading the wagon onto the train. Are you going to try to avoid Harmon seeing you get off the train? Yes.
Oh, I thought they rode away already.
They will. I
see.
I thought you guys were getting on the train and it was leaving, right?
I understand. That's why I was moving it. Okay. Then I thought they rode off already and the train hadn't left yet. I don't want him to see me getting off the train.
Okay. So that will be a function of stealth. The skill known as stealth.
Yeah, I know. I have a D4.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. Alright, I guess let's do this. Okay.
That's what bennies are for if things go wrong.
4.
Roll again.
Oh, yeah. Stupid nails. 8.
And again.
I promise it's not loaded. 12. It's not. You can try it.
No, that's...
2.
The thing with the having a D4 is not bad because you've got a good chance of actually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you not only do you give the performance of your lifetime on the train.
Yeah.
Oh, my necklace! Wherever could it be? Yeah. My daddy gave me that necklace when he first arrived from Germany. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, then you slip off the train like a ninja.
And she's gone.
Okay. Leave no sense behind me. Okay.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So then you move off the train, and you actually, as people are sort of moving boxes, etc., like you kind of follow, like keeping the box exactly, Harmon exactly on the other side of the box. So you see him, now that you're off the train, you actually see him looking for one final glance, but of course he doesn't see you because you're not on the train. What? So
I'm getting on the train?
Yep.
And then we're getting back off the train on the other side.
Same.
Okay. And making a very quick dash into the trees.
That was a very expensive step exercise.
Yes, I know. Well, for him, anyhow, not so much for us.
I have every intention of recovering my investments.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming you do.
So you hear, go on, Harmon. Let's get back for dinner. And you see the wagon sort of rolling away quickly. The train, you can hear it screeching of the rails, and then it begins to move away from the station.
Nice.
You guys don't notice this, but what you notice is, and what you hear from inside is, you can hear Archer calling out to Cletus, "Cletus, get those doors locked. Let's get out of here." Mm-hmm. "Yes, sir, Mr. Archer. No problem." Okay. And so they are obviously busy locking the place up.
Okay, do I see my
necklace? No, you didn't lose a necklace.
No, my travel things.
No, because they disappeared off the other side of the train.
Right, yeah.
Right?
From here.
So, how do you guys wait until the train's out of sight, or?
Well, yeah.
To do which?
To do whatever you're going to do. So you're hidden on the other side of the train.
Yeah. So
do you want to hit him here, or do you want to hit him at the cabin?
Because you saw me leave the train, right? And then you left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'll wait till the train leaves for sure.
Okay. So, like out of sight.
Yeah.
Or just moving and going?
No. I'm going to wait in the tree, wait in the bushes out of sight until the train.
And I'm just going to keep an eye on Cletus and Archer.
Okay.
Yeah, and from there I'm going to keep an eye on...
Yeah, so Archer, by the way, so you're out sort of looking, pretending like you're looking for your necklace.
Oh, I was thinking I would actually just hide it by now, so they don't see me as well. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, there's around where their cart is, there's basically just darkness along that edge. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So you can hear the crickets in the distance, okay? And you can hear from inside Archer berating Cletus for, how slow he is. Let's get out of here. Let's get some food into us. That kind of stuff, right? And obviously locking up and taking tallies inside. Okay. The train rolls out of sight. Its last sort of lantern sort of dangling into the growing gloom of darkness, or growing gloom of dusk. And you find yourselves now at Wanatchee Station in the middle of nowhere.
Sounds not a bad place.
Are you guys watching them too?
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye out because I don't hear them getting ready, so I'm keeping an eye to see when they leave.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can see. You see lanterns moving around, and you can actually see Cletus lock up these two doors on the platform. Mm-hmm. Right. Like these two doors right here. So he's actually outside with a big ring of keys, locking those up.
Cletus has the keys.
Okay. So, do you wait until they leave? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, they take about 10 minutes or so. They've obviously done this before. When they leave, Archer basically leaves with sort of like a doctor's bag, but sort of like a large leather satchel. Okay. And Cletus has a shotgun, which obviously came from somewhere inside. And they hop onto the cart. So Archer gets onto the cart. He's obviously sorting something out. Cletus, he actually goes out to the field to the north where a horse was grazing, brings the horse back, hitches it up, and it takes them about 20 minutes, but then the cart is tootling away with the two of them, one guy berating the other guy and the other fellow saying, "Yes, Mr. Archer. Of course, Mr. Archer. Whatever you need, Mr. Archer. That sounds good, Mr. Archer."
Okay.
So I guess
Wanatchee Station lies dark and deserted before.
Either we break in or we just go and
get
the keys.
I say let's figure. We'll give it a shot to break in first.
Okay.
And then if we can't make that happen, we will. So So I'm just going to tell these two to keep an eye
I
out.
was watching you and I didn't see
Yeah, we'll come back out of the bushes.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out on one end if you want to on the other, and
I'll make an effort on the lock.
All right. Okay.
Take out my lock picks.
Really?
Are we talking about your pistol?
No, my lock picks.
that is it. No, that.
This is my 6-barrel
And
lock
I'm
pick.
just gonna get up and take a look and see if I can make my way in, make my magic happen.
All right. Sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds like a lock pickery roll. Now, do you guys light a lantern so you can see the light?
We'll wait until they're out of sight, and then probably would be a good idea to light a lantern.
Okay. So there are lanterns actually hanging here.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So if you just pull it down, light it with one of your matches, and yeah. So now you have some light. The light shines at the deserted train station. Just saying.
Just
4.
What's that? Okay. Okay. So which door?
The
are you
main
trying-
door.
Okay. Like leading onto the platform.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this lock, it's a brass lock manufactured in New York, but it's relatively inexpensive. It very quickly sort of answers to the call of your lock picks and clicks open with a heavy tumble. Okay, and then from there, the door itself, like there's like a heavy clacking sound as the internal lock opens.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Right. So you pull the doors open. You find yourselves now in the dark building.
Okay.
This building has doesn't have any windows except for the doors. Okay. There are windows above that kind of shine down, so it's like a story and a half kind of idea, but it's night out, right? Okay.
All right. So now I'm gonna go and check and see if that door's locked.
The security door is locked, and there are wood security panels in front of the teller gates, which appear to be barred from within.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to see about getting into that
Security door?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a much more impressive security device than those outer doors were. Okay.
Right.
This difficulty, unfortunately, will require a raise to actually pick the lock.
Okay. Okay, so I'll give you that.
Okay. So that means I get to draw one from the hat. Thank you. And it's a new one.
6. How much do I need for a raise?
I need an 8 for the raise.
Can I use one of these again? Another
Well,
Can you use more than one per roll? I don't know that there's a rule about that or not. I think as long as you have them, you can use them. Okay. This is getting
so
exciting.
we just tried one door. We haven't tried any of the others.
Pardon me? There aren't any other doors to go
The
to.
windows.
Oh, the teller windows aren't probably big enough for us to even go
And
through.
they're barred.
You
But
can't
what-
even reach around inside or anything?
No, so the teller windows have a wood
Yeah.
platter in front of them, and they've been barred from the inside.
Oh, okay. I thought there was barred with wood. I get it now.
11.
11. All right. Okay. Kind of calling up all of your luck.
A little bit.
And you're getting a little bit frustrated, but then you have your new companions with you, and you're a little bit embarrassed about not being able to open the door, and then suddenly, mercifully, there's like a click, and the door opens. As it does so, the door doesn't just open, but it actually kind of slides forward and goes and slides down.
That's why it was
Right.
open.
Yeah, as if
Lovely.
it's maybe warped or something along that line.
Right.
Okay. There's a drag mark along the floor once you get inside that you'll see from where the door is dragged across. It's a super heavy door.
I'll help them open it.
Okay.
Okay.
You find yourselves within the small office of the train station.
Yeah. Oh no, right. We have a number that the box should be that we need to pick up.
Yeah, number 13.
Of course.
Okay. Okay, so you look around, and so where are you?
I am outside. I'm in the big room, but not in the little room where they are.
Okay.
Or he is.
Yeah, so you're in the main station building?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just
Who
keeping
has the
I'm
shotgun?
keeping 6.
I had the shotgun, but I would have leaned it up against something. Handed it to him.
Okay, I'll have the shotgun.
Okay. Shotgun's good when you don't have good shooting.
Yeah.
It gives +2 to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you okay?
I'm keeping an eye out for
Okay.
sure while they're in the room.
Okay.
Just because, yeah.
Okay. So you go in. The stove is still warm, although they've closed the flues, so it won't do more oxygen, so it'll go out. Yeah. So there's this big heavy storage box, and there are these 2 locked desks, plus storage shelves full of what appears to be, mail and valuables.
All right, well, I'm going to direct my attention to the box that I figured would have the box.
Okay. What are you going to do?
The boxes along the one wall, are they numbered at all, or?
The boxes on the wall? No, they are cubbies.
Yeah.
No, they are not numbered.
Okay. So no, I'll just keep an eye out.
Okay.
Let him work his nefarious magic, so to speak.
Okay,
Can
sounds
I
good.
just quickly do something quickly? Instead of just standing there, I'm going to close the doors on the outside, the big doors.
Okay.
I'm going to close them.
To block the light?
Yeah, and just so nobody knows that the doors are open if there's anybody outside, and then I'm going to actually keep an eye looking outside. Is there a way to do that with the doors closed?
No, unfortunately, like I said, there's no windows on this floor. When they built
I
this,
see. Yeah, okay,
all the windows are higher. If you wanted to keep watch, you'd probably have to stand outside.
If I close the doors, will they lock behind me? No.
No.
Okay, I'm going to close the doors, and I am going to stand outside.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I'll be she'll be outside, I'll be in the main room.
There you
He's
go.
he's in the office waiting for,
All right.
or working on the other.
So you are headed to the...
To the big...
Okay, sounds good. It is, like the others, locked. Okay. This has sort of a heavy brass lock. You imagine probably a stiff butt from your pistol would actually probably knock it off.
Then that's what I want to try and do.
Okay, so you just so you physically damage it. It basically it looks like it's meant to avoid casual perusal of what's inside. Okay. Okay, so you look inside. Sure enough, there is. Imagine, if you would, that there is a 5x4 grid on the inside. Okay, and then sitting
vertically or
what's that?
Horizontally,
like flat on the bottom of the
so
chest.
there's like a lid that opens
Yes.
up. Okay.
Yeah, so lid that opens up, and then you see 20 boxes labeled 1 to 20.
Got it.
Okay, of them, probably actually all but 3 of them have locks on them.
Okay.
Okay.
And they're just locked shut, or they're locked to the box?
They are locked shut.
Got it. So the boxes themselves come out like safe deposit boxes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're maybe 6 inches by 4 inches or so. Okay. And they have like a heavy wood handle on them.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you do?
Take out 13.
Okay. So you pull out 13.
Is it locked?
Who has the lantern?
I would.
Well, no. I would have brought it in to
Yeah.
give myself light. So I have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Is 13 one? I grab it. Is
Yes.
it locked?
It is locked.
Okay.
The other thing, too, is one thing I should tell you, all the boxes, they are sort of a steel gray color, polished metal, right? 13 and sort of the numbers around 13 are all kind of stained with sort of like a blackish, what's the word I'm after here? Fatigue.
Okay. Radiating out from 13.
Yeah.
I've got gloves on.
Okay.
What are these boxes?
All right. So now, are they locked in terms of there's a lock built into the door, or are they padlocked?
They're padlocked.
Okay. So I'm gonna take 13 out and put it inside.
Okay, so you pull it out. As you pull it out, it is surprisingly heavy. Maybe 20 pounds or so.
Yeah.
So as you pull it out, you're like, you got in here, gold brick? Mm-hmm. Right? Right. And you take it aside and you kind of put it down. And it lands, like as you put it on the table or wherever you put it, it definitely lands with a heavy thunk.
Okay.
Right? And you can hear something metal sort of rattle around inside
of it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at the unlocked ones, see if there's anything in them.
Okay. The ones that do not bear a lock also have no possessions inside.
Okay. How secure do these locks seem? Will they respond to a butt of my pistol?
So all of the locks are of different manufacturer. And they obviously personal locks for whoever rents the boxes.
Okay.
And they range from anywhere from a $2 lock that you can buy at the general store to some heavier quality locks that you imagine probably set somebody back a few dollars.
The one with the fancy locks. The ones with the fancy locks.
Yeah, there are two of them that have particularly good.
I'm going to take the fancy lock ones and just kind of pull them out and shake them a bit.
Okay. They both apparently contain. They don't have metal rattling around inside, but they're weighty.
Okay, I'm going to take those and put them with number 13.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a quick... pull them all up.
Shake. You want to be quick and out of here?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. So they're big too, right? Like they're, like the handle, you can hold one in your hand, right? Mm-hmm. But, they're too big for your saddlebag or anything like that, right?
Got it.
So...
Alright, so none of them sound like legitimately like there's money inside. Like I can
What's
hear.
money sound like inside? Do you take your time to test them all?
No, I'm just kind of... There's 20. It would take me about a minute to shake each one. Just I'm listening for...
Notice. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, they both did.
10.
All right. Do you hear coins in any of them? No, you do not. Okay. You, however, hear horses in the distance.
All right. I hear horses, but I don't have a lantern, so I'm not lit up.
Correct.
No, but you can knock on the door and...
I know. It's just how far away are they?
Yeah, make a notice check. It's tough to tell in the darkness.
It is, but how's this? Yeah, okay. So my notice is... So 5.
5. Less than half a mile?
Less than half a mile. Okay, so then I definitely will open the door and say, somebody's coming.
Alright, let's get out of here. So I grab the number 13 and I hand it to him.
Okay.
And then I grab the whatever I felt.
20 and 4?
Sure.
Okay, the ones with the most expensive locks?
Well, the ones in the course of my shaking, if anything sounded better, just based on shakiness... Otherwise, my preference will be to the fancy locks. Yes, of course. Because why wouldn't they be?
Okay.
Yeah. So if anything in the shaking sounded like it had money in it, like made that sound, then I would take that one for sure. But if it didn't, then I'd take the fancy locks.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We got what you came for.
And then how close are the horses now?
Okay, so when you arrive at the door, you definitely hear the horses outside. You guess there's maybe a half dozen or so.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. They're within maybe a couple hundred yards by the time you guys arrive at the door with the box.
Trees.
Yeah, that's...
Close the doors behind us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And move across the tracks or...
Across the tracks. Yeah, because then we
back into the trees.
Kind of a killing zone between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then I'm going to...
Okay, so you run across the tracks.
Put my boxes behind a tree and I pull out mine.
Okay. All right. You actually see a group of riders actually appear sort of at the crossing. Okay. Now, Wanatchee Station is a landmark, right? And so as you are sort of, hunkered down and waiting, you see these guys... they sort of sidle up. They have torches, okay? And they all appear to be maybe range riders or something along that line, like cowboys, like official, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from across the tracks and by the trees, you can't really make out what they're saying. But they talk back and forth. There's lots of laughing. And then you watch as they actually dismount.
Are they going towards the doors or something? Or
at this point, they've just dismounted. Okay. 2 of them have dismounted. One of them puts the torch. He sort of heads towards the thing, grabs, looking for the lantern.
Oh, the lantern that we are using?
Well, we would have put it out when we...
We would have put it out, but...
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember hanging it up.
Yeah.
I don't remember hanging it back up, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear goddamn lantern. Right? Eventually he walks around to the far side of the building where another lantern hangs, grabs it, and sort of walks by. walks back to the end, lighting the lantern as he does so. Okay. They pause. Okay, and they all dismount from their horses. They're talking like sort of in a circle. It's almost like a gossip circle. Passing a bottle of liquor around.
Okay.
I wonder if they're waiting for the first train in the morning.
They're just like cheap security.
Do you wait
for a little while?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to.
So you are
just kind of keeping an eye on them.
You're waiting
keeping a bead on them.
Maybe 40 minutes or so, when you see a cart arrive.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And you see the face of Mr. Archer in the torchlight.
Okay.
And he kind of looks at them. They talk. Right. He takes out his timepiece like you've seen him do a couple of times before. And then he goes to the door with his large set of keys and he fumbles the station door open. Okay. As he does so, you see some of the men are, it looks like they're opening their saddlebags.
Okay.
I think Archer's on the take.
Alright. Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
All right.
If nothing else, this will be a good cover for our little...
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay, so Archer goes inside the building, and you can see a couple of these guys manhandle some boxes and crates out, and they begin. They produce tools from their horses and begin sort of pilfering through the boxes. Mm-hmm. Okay, watching what they're doing, you're pretty sure they're stealing.
Yeah.
They're thieves.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it? Archer kind of looks at them. He watches, checks his watch every so often. It's giving it some directions, right? As he gives directions, they kind of turn, right? And as half an hour goes by, then 40 minutes, these guys are still passing the alcohol around, and they're opening boxes. They're taking some stuff out of it, and then they're closing the boxes up again.
What does Archer's face look like? Like, does he look like he's in...
Well, as he keeps checking his watch, and he's obviously getting... he seems to be getting... sort of moving around.
He's getting agitated. They're taking too long.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if he's under duress, like he's like, they're robbing him.
Oh, no.
No.
You don't think so.
He's in on it.
He's like, hurry up. Okay. Yeah,
that's right. Okay. Then he disappears inside the building. Okay? And he's in the building not more than 2 minutes when suddenly he comes running out and he grabs one of the guys and he points back into the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. So those were these encounter cards.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and so the guy walks inside. And they, he starts, their voices begin to raise.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously two men who are sort of there's Archer and then this other guy who's talking, and the other people are just sort of doing the work, I guess is probably the best way to do it. They suddenly, nail up the last of the boxes and put them back in. And you can see Archer talking, and he says, "Well, how the fuck do I know? I don't know."
Archer says this?
No, the other guy. I don't give no goddamn hell. What the hell you're thinking? And they start
arguing.
Now they're arguing. Yes.
Oh, because they're thinking.
Right.
Archer's
one of you guys
thinking
came in here and you weren't supposed to touch this stuff.
Right, and then there's the finger.
Yes.
Right.
That's what I was hoping for.
Where are their horses mounted?
The horses are tied up along here, or
yeah. So. Well, that's a good point. The horses are actually on the. They're tied up in the southern part there, and the men begin to gather around Archer, right? And Archer's pointing. He actually pokes the guy, and then just like that, and Archer drops. Right.
Okay.
And as long as they don't blame this on us,
how would they?
Right. All of them turn to look at this guy. Right, and
who just shot Archer?
And is
he the guy that was kind of in charge?
The guy who's kind of in charge is the guy who shot him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they kind of stare at him. One guy you can hear something again unmuffable, but this other guy stands over him, and then shoots Archer again while he's on the ground. Okay, you can see the splatter of brains.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so how many of the guys are there? Did you say 6? Or...
There were 6, yes.
And then now minus Archer's at 5, or is it still...
No, it's 6
It was
plus
6.
Archer.
Plus Archer, okay.
Okay.
What they do then is they all then move into the station, and you can hear the breaking of glass. And
they're no longer going to just take what they were paid for. They're going to take everything, which is... So they all moved in?
Exactly.
So they're all inside the station now.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
so we're going to ambush?
No, we're going to close the doors and barricade it from the outside, aren't we?
We could.
Or what was your plans?
Yeah, I like that plan.
I like that plan. The other one was I was just going to go and take the horses.
Take the horses. That was another thing I was thinking too. What would you like to do?
Yeah, that was that's exactly what I was. It was either wait outside and shoot them as they come out, because now we got fish in a barrel.
Oh, so many good ideas.
Or we barricade them in and we get out of here. Or we just grab the horses and go.
I need line of sight, don't I?
I don't have the greatest riding.
Neither do I.
Neither do I, really. How long we
a chase through the night at breakneck speeds might not be
but we
best
can...
Unless we untie the horses
we can
and
take
make
all
them
the
run away.
horses. Yeah. Right? So, okay. We got about 30 seconds to make up our minds. 1, 2, 3...
Lock
Kill
them
them, lock them in,
Lock
steal
'em
the
in.
horses.
Steal 3 horses. The other horses will scare them, make them run away.
Yeah, we'll just take them with us.
Yeah, if you recall correctly, the door's actually locked from the outside.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Then let's lock them in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then steal the horses.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys, under cover of darkness, run towards the... Okay.
Yeah.
Inside, you can hear them hooting and hollering, and there's there's the splintering of wood, breaking of glass.
We've each got a box
Yes.
that we took.
Yes.
I've got 13.
Yes, I've got 20, you've got 4.
Okay.
Okay. So
that means I have one gun put away, box done.
yeah. Okay. You arrive at the far side of the tracks. Okay. Now that is an embankment. Like they built up the track.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about 3 feet above this.
Got it.
So if you stay low, you can actually stay behind the tracks. Inside, you can see these guys kind of going to town on the inside, like opening boxes, dumping everything out, sort of sorting it around. And then the gunfire begins as it sounds like maybe they're shooting locks off of something.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What was the plan?
Lock the front door.
So there are 2 doors that are technically open, right? There's the side door, which you opened.
Oh, didn't we open this one?
That's the one you opened.
Okay.
They came in through the south one.
Oh, they did.
Oh,
okay.
2. Interesting.
So there's... Okay, so as I run up, I realize that since they're shooting locks, they probably didn't grab his keys. Because otherwise, why would they be shooting
Well,
locks?
bear in mind that the locks on your lockboxes
Don't attach to his keys.
Aren't his keys.
And his body's lying down here.
down near the benches, yeah.
Okay. So...
Alright, well, we barricade the door.
Oh, they've got 2 doors open that we've got to close.
So do we just sneak to the horses and go then?
No.
As we make...
I want to close the doors.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go close this door, you guys go close that door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are stout wooden doors, but they are just wooden doors, right? And the lock is meant to lock the door, but it's not like a bolt, right?
So they can kick it open.
Well, you're thinking that with the application of brute strength, they'll be able to open this not easily, but it won't take them long.
It'll make them... Well, they don't know we're here, though.
Be easier, since they can't see us, it'd be easier just to grab the horses and go.
Okay.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Yeah. While I'm looking, is there any barrel oil? Or
Barrel oil?
Sorry, barrels of oil, lantern oil, or anything like that?
No, you
And
might
it's
have
a
seen
stone
one
building.
inside, but you don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then let's just grab the horses,
So there's 6 horses?
slap the...
There are 6 horses.
Okay, so 3 of the horses I'm going to untie.
Okay.
Quickly, super quick. Can
Yes.
Yeah, they would
That
just be
thing.
hitched with the little reins,
So-
right? Okay.
What we're going to do here is we're going to make stealth rolls.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Figured as much.
Okay. So here's the deal. It is dark outside. They're inside. So I'm going to give you guys +2 to your stealth rolls.
Okay.
I'm going to make a single wild card roll for the entire group.
Okay.
So you guys roll first, and then I will Roll against the lowest.
Roll against
5
the lowest.
with a plus.
Stealth
6.
is... I know it's a D4, I just can't see it. There it is, yeah. 6. Right?
Yep. Absolutely.
There, 9.
11.
11. So you're
Add plus 2.
you're rolling against my 5 then.
Okay.
Oh, well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
All right. Yeah, bastard.
Well, this was fate.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you guys managed to make it to where the horses are hitched, and you're right. So these are. This is just a there's just a low rail here. You just swing the reins around it because of the whatever. It ties them up. Mm-hmm. The horses themselves are obviously jittery. Like there's gunfire going on, right? But not only that, you guys don't know these horses. They don't know you. You notice, by the way, they also all bear the same ranch symbol.
Okay.
Okay. So as you approach them. Okay. So.
Horse thieves now.
Oh gosh, I know.
Okay. So riding. The first thing we're going to need is a riding roll to calm a horse enough to actually get on it.
Riding?
Yeah, riding.
Yes, riding.
Riding?
Attractive doesn't help with that.
Hi, horsing!
Well, hello. I've ever so lost my necklace.
5.
2.
5.
5. Okay.
I'm gonna redo the thing. Which one should I do? This one adds plus a dice or plus
a dice, and I do not get anything in return. That one adds plus a dice, but I get something in return. That allows you to reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah.
And this is just okay. This we're doing is just to get on the horse.
Just calm the horse.
Calm the horse
and get on it. Yeah.
So you can actually get on.
Because I've only rolled a 2.
I would just use a reroll.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one.
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait till Craig gets back.
Nope. Do it.
We're paused. Okay. I just rolled
Yeah, because then worst case you add a d6 with the blue.
Right. I rolled 2 ones, guys.
Okay, now you're gonna need to use your blue.
Yeah, because that blue will eliminate the botch.
Yeah.
Oh, did you botch?
Yeah, I did, Craig.
Red also eliminates a botch.
But don't use the red, use the blue.
Yeah,
Okay, so roll a d6 and add it to your totals.
Okay, so
Okay, so that open ends.
that does okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's a good way to get rid of a botch.
Now the horse is calm.
Yeah. And we're
All
on
right.
them, and
So you guys approach the horses, and quietly sort of shush them, right? They're pulling at their reins, and of course you're strange. They don't know your smell. Mm-hmm. You calm them, okay, enough that you're actually able to get to the stirrups and pull yourself into their saddles. These are just little Morgan quarter horses. They're a ranch horse. They're used for herding cattle and sheep. They're not, some thoroughbreds or something like that. But they are incredibly hardy. Like they have a very long stamina.
Okay.
Which makes them good working horses. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you calm 3 horses so you could ride, but the other 3 horses remain tied up.
Oh, I thought I untied them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
we're gonna I am going to keep hold of the reins of one horse.
Okay.
And motion the others to do the same thing.
What?
And we're just so we can lead them away. Just so we'll let them go, but just so we can lead them away.
Can't we just scare them away?
Like whack them on the butt?
Yeah,
I guess we could do that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just whack them on the butt.
Okay. So you take the extra time to actually shoo away the other horses.
Yeah.
Okay, so sounds good. Okay, so
so jittery. So
the reason that it's actually 2 actions is if you had frightened the horses, your horses would be, because as soon as you start making that noise, your horses are even more agitated, which makes your roll more difficult.
Even if it's just a spank on the butt?
yeah, because the horse.
Well, I don't know, but I assume that first thing you want to do is get an ability to ride away.
Yeah.
Right? That would have been your first action, rather than trying to get rid of the other horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or no.
No, my intent was to release 3 horses.
Okay,
Get
so
on the horse, but if that doesn't work, then let's not do that.
Well, no, that's fine. Just it's 2 actions, which means every time you guys take an action, they get a perception roll to see if they know what's going on.
So
if someone notices.
I won't scare the horses then.
Well, we're going to get on the horses, then we're going to scare the horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 actions,
Okay.
yes.
Still 2 actions.
So we're on the horses.
Okay, so your second action, scare the horses. What are you guys doing?
Well,
Or just covering her?
covering her. Yeah.
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 Okay. Ooh. 9.
Okay.
Okay, so your stealth was 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that and a raise. Okay. So, you guys, okay, so you get your horse calmed, okay? You untether the other horses, and, you're preparing to slap them away, when suddenly from inside you hear somebody call, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing? Stop!"
Okay.
And suddenly there is motion from within, and we'll go to combat. Yes!
Ooh.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, 6 against 3.
Well,
Well, we're on horses.
there are a few things that will be.
Okay, but did the other horses already go away, or no? Like, where
Your
are we
final
set?
action was to drive the horses away, so that will be complete.
And are we sitting on our horses? Or not yet?
Yes.
Uh,
Or are we on them, or are we just having calm?
so calm the horse, mount the horse, and ride away is 2 actions, right? So she calmed her horse, right, and then she scared the other horses away. So my assumption is that you 2 climbed into the saddle.
Yes.
Yes.
So leave her on the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Horse leads in hand. You 2 on
Okay.
your horses.
Got it. Hey, who goes there?
Yes. And
Got it.
I'm just.
Yeah, but okay. That's why I was just wondering the clarification. I know you've got it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move this down a little bit. I'll show you guys down there. Now I just need to find myself some cowboys.
Didn't you just make a bunch of cowboy ones?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second.
I'll help you find your necklace.
What's that?
Cassidy Reigns.
Oh.
I'll help you find your necklace.
All right. Do you recognize this guy from the show?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I've only watched like the first 3 episodes or so.
Of which?
Westworld.
Oh.
Okay, so those are the 3 that you guys can see right away. They all look very similar.
Like they're brothers or something.
Or something. Alright, I'm just going to move Big John on the map here.
Big John, what? What's he doing here?
He's not.
Oh, I thought you said move him onto the map.
No.
Oh.
He followed us.
Hey guys, what's going on? Okay. So, let's just... Alright, so that is where you are. You 2 are mounted, and we're going to go to cards.
Cards.
Wah, wah, wah. Anybody got quick?
No.
Nice. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. It's just nice, but now you're gonna do something better.
Oh.
What a cheater!
I know.
Flip. Play for some money? All right. So, yeah, they are obviously upset. Okay. This guy's going to run forward. Okay. And he's actually going to grab the reins of your horse, making his riding check.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, nice. So 11. So yeah, so he firmly grabs the reins of your horse, and as he does so, the horse actually calms to his touch, as if maybe it's his horse.
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay. This guy runs out. As he's running, he draws his pistol and he'll shoot. Now, two things. Because he's drawing and shooting in one round, that's 2 actions. He does not have quick draw, so that will require him to take a shot at -2. He's not a phenomenal shot, but he gets a d6 -2. And, so Philomena, someone's shooting at you.
Okay. There's nothing I can do, right? No.
Not yet. Okay, 2 -2, 0. Okay, so he pulls out his Dragoon revolver, right? You can hear, like, the sudden boom.
Right.
As the heavy round punches through the air above you. Okay. This fella right here, he unlimbers his shotgun. Okay, so, but he will not shoot it this round. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, so this guy, you can see him sort of pop out that door. And that's the only guy who joins you this round. Okay, so that was my ace. So one guy unlimbers the shotgun, another guy grabs the reins of your horse. Okay, ace of clubs.
All right, so I am going to attempt to get on my horse still.
Okay. So you're now doing this in combat. It's a riding skill to do so.
And so if I get on my horse, is that my full action?
No, it's your move action.
Okay, so I'm going to get on my horse.
Okay, do it.
All right, so sorry, you said it was fighting, right?
Ride.
Oh, ride? Oh, darn it. Ride, of course it's ride. Okay. Darn it. 3.
Okay. You throw yourself into the saddle heavily. What's your action?
My action will be to, am I able to go up to, while I'm on the horse, to go up to the guy who's got his reins and try and kick the guy? Or try and barrel him over just so he lets go of the reins? Is there anything I can do?
You could try to trample him with your horse.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a ride roll.
Jeez.
Okay. Now you've just gotten.
Sorry.
Wow. Don't be
That's
so
what happens.
I did say riding might be important,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
got a D4.
I think everyone does. That's the problem.
Okay.
I think the 2 people who don't have D4 are currently watching us on Twitch.
Oh, probably. You mean people? One of them is the one I'm filling in for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's try to write this guy down. His parry is 5. You're going to need a 5 or better on your thing to knock him off his feet.
Oh, jeez.
Do it. Now, because you were a little bit heavy getting into your horse, it's going to be -1 to the die roll. So you need to roll phenomenally. Nope. All right. Okay, so you try to pull the horse around. As you do so, the horse is confused because he's been trained not to ride into people, and you're unable to force him to actually trample the guy.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I can do, right? No
Yes,
actions.
that's your action. Okay, over to you, Wade.
All right, so I'm on the horse.
Yeah.
I am going to guide the horse over this way a bit.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry. And then I'm going to shoot the guy who shot at Philomena.
Okay,
I'm going to
so-
shoot the guy with the shotgun.
Okay. So it sounds like you have. So there's 2 actions involved here. First off is guiding the horse. You're not trying to go far. So if you're not.
Well, before I do that, then I'm assuming that's a move.
Yes, that's your move
okay.
action.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happens is you can move a move action, easy move action, up to your riding die roll.
Up to the roll.
Yes. So you roll your riding die.
So
Up to 4.
So yeah, just kind of over to the left there, just because I want to be out of range if that guy tries to grab my reins too.
Okay, like there.
Yeah.
Because you're getting to pretty long range with that pistol of yours.
Am I?
Yeah.
How much is each hex?
2 meters.
So okay, so I have 6 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect, right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the guy with the shotgun.
That's the guy way up there.
With your
isn't it?
shotgun.
No, shoot the guy. No, I don't have the shotgun anymore.
Right.
I'm gonna shoot the guy who unlimbered his shotgun.
Isn't that the guy
Okay.
standing in the door?
The guy who's in the doorway.
doorway. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So your difficulty is going to be 4, plus you're on an unsteady surface, aka a horse, plus 2.
Oh, please.
Ooh. But it doesn't matter.
15.
Oh, wow.
Your peacemaker says, hello.
Hello there.
Okay, somebody give me a location, 2d6.
8.
8, center of mass.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, 2d6.
Awesome. Okay.
10.
10 points of damage. Okay. Your Peacemaker roars. As it does so, it hits him in the chest with a meaty thump. Okay. As it does so, you can hear it rip through skin and bone, punch through a lung, and fly out the other side of him. In fact, you actually hear it wing out the back. Okay. He collapses like a deflated balloon. Okay.
You're such a hero.
Boom! Okay. And he falls away, incapacitated.
Show off.
Okay. Your turn.
The guy right in front of me
Yes.
notices that my eyes grow red and the scars actually start to glow.
Okay. You're going to fear him away from your horse?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
You got it. Oh, nice!
14.
14. -2 because you're on an unsteady platform.
-1 for the fierce, so 11.
11. Still good enough for a raise. Okay, so that requires him to make a fear check. Is that right?
Extra, it's a fear check for...
Right, but he automatically panics, but he still gets
Oh,
his
so
fear
it's the
check.
fear check, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this fear check is at -2, so he needs a 4 or better. 2 -2, 0. So that's... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look at him, suddenly your face is a burning skull.
Yeah.
Okay? What do you say?
Leave now.
Okay. Okay. Okay, on his action, he will panic, right? But he doesn't act until his round.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. That's fun. Good.
Now, mainly it's
Welcome to the Weird West.
mainly it was so hopefully just get him to drop the reins, but I think he's probably going to go away.
Okay. You're cheating again.
Oh! He is cheating again.
Such a cheater stacking the deck.
Oh, but it's full, so everyone gets one. No,
it's
he
time
gets
to
one.
must shuffle.
He gets one because he pulled it.
Right.
All right. I'll act first. All right. So this guy, one way or another, he is panicked. Okay. So he looks at you in the face. His hair turns white.
Yeah.
Okay. And he flees as fast as he can. So I'm going to roll an extra. Okay. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5.
What was that guy
6.
holding again? The other guy?
Pistol.
8,
Okay.
9, 10.
Yeah, pistol and we don't know the better.
Yeah, I know. I meant just.
All right. Yeah. He.
Bye!
I'm out of here. All right.
Meet.
Okay, so this guy hears the gunshot, okay, and he turns the train on you, and he fires. Okay, so he'll be at short range because he's not moving, he's bracing. So the way guns work, your range is whatever your gun has like a range 12, 24, whatever. That's assuming you're braced and have not moved. Okay? If you're snap shooting, you have half that range. So when you're on your horse, snap shooting, because you're not braced, because you're moving your horse, your range is actually 6 hexes.
Okay.
12 for medium range, 24 for long range. Right?
Okay.
But if you're stopped or aiming, you get that.
Okay.
Okay? Marksman allows you to be braced when you're moving.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's why it's one of the better edges.
Yeah, it's good. Ooh, 5 plus 2, 7. That's a hit. So I was sorry. Difficulty would be 4 plus 2 because of the darkness, right? So 5 plus 2 is 7. That is a hit. Somebody give me a location. And his 38. 2d6 for location.
Okay.
Where do you get him?
8.
Head.
I thought it was going to that.
Can it hit the horse?
Who was aiming for the horse?
No, he's aiming for you.
Don't name for horses.
I would give it on the possibility of an innocent bystander roll.
Yeah.
That's 5.
Okay.
What's your toughness?
5.
Okay, so you are shaken.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's the best way? Do you want to put a little blue on me?
Yeah. All right. So the bullet wings by you, sort of tearing open, your shirt, putting a hole in your jacket, and momentarily startling you.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy will join the fray. Okay. Now, unfortunately, he has to draw his pistol, so that'll get rid of his +2, but he still is going to take a shot at Philomena.
Okay.
Philomena, are you on your horse? Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. She's on hers.
Okay, he needs a 4 or better to hit.
Darkness. No, because she's.
Yeah, she's close. Yeah, sure. Okay. 3. So that's a miss. Okay. So a bullet whizzes by in the darkness. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
I don't have any parry? Or what's my parry?
Parry is half fight +2.
Okay, thank you.
For some reason, it doesn't autofill in like the other ones do.
No, I leave it clear in case you increase your parry.
Oh, right,
So that
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
because your pace and your toughness are pretty much written in stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because my parry's 5 then, because my fighting is a D6, right?
Yes,
And then
yep.
+2. Okay.
So your parry is only for hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, I know. I was looking at his parry and I just wanted it to be
Okay.
better.
Okay. Okay, so they run up. Okay, so he draws his gun, or his gun will be drawn, and he will take a shot at Mr. Hoogan.
Okay.
Okay, he moved this round though, so how far is he? 3, 4, 5, 6. He's exactly short range. Okay. 3 + 2, 5. Needs a 6. He misses. Okay. This other fella here. Yeah, I can't. He's still too far away in the darkness to shoot, so I'm going to leave him. Okay. Let's go to cards. Jack, what are you going to do?
Oh, this is going to be a difficult one. Exactly how many hexes does a large
Burst template go?
burst template go?
1 + 2 out. So
if in theory, if I target the center guy, I can actually hit all
Yep.
of those?
Maybe. Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah.
Yep. But the red guy's dead, so you
Yeah.
Well-
don't need to hit him, but yes.
So, stun.
Okay.
Actually, no, fear.
Fear. Okay.
Fear's fun for you, isn't
Fear
it?
is so fun for me.
Okay.
Because it plays on the whole gun so,
I know.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
so well.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So, line of sight is necessary, and yeah, I'm going to rule that they all have it. It has a range of smarts, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your smarts is 8. Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
Large blast template. Oh, this is why it's going to be painful. Large blast template is -2.
Yes.
Unstable platform minus
-1.
-1. Spell itself -1. So -4.
Oh, jeez.
But Benny's coming up.
Yeah.
Whoops.
7.
What does he need to succeed?
I need
8.
I need 8 to succeed. So
Oh, wow.
Darn it. That was, yeah.
either I pay it and I just succeed, or I reroll and hope for a raise. But we just want to get the hell out of here,
Yeah, just succeed. Yeah.
just to succeed.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, let's make some spirit checks. Okay, remember they're on Joker, so they're all going to get +2 to spirit check.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
I should have maybe gone for the raise. Oh, well.
Okay, so this guy here,
But you would need to roll another 6 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 + 2, 5. He is unaffected. This guy, unaffected. This guy, 4 + 2, 6. Unaffected. And that guy, 1 + 2.
3. Bye-bye.
So he is panicked.
Yeah. Oh, he's panicked. didn't quite succeed as well as I did with the other ones.
Yeah. Okay. So he will run away from you as fast as possible on his next available turn. 8.
It's me next. Okay.
I'm gonna just get the
So we're
heck
trying
out
to
of
get
here.
out of here. Yeah. So I'm gonna move as far away as I can just to get out of line, or out of
Break line of sight.
Yeah, and that too. But
Sounds like a riding roll.
oh yeah, it is.
Yeah! What? I'm not hoping that happens. I'm just saying.
It is funny. Okay.
It would be amusing.
6.
Nice!
Oh, nice.
What?
7.
That dice is super heavy.
Yeah, I rolled it on the paper. It's fine.
You know the most common thing to happen after you roll a 6 is to roll a 1.
Yeah, I know. Like actually, it's the second time it's happened tonight.
Okay.
It is. It's like Marvel or something.
All right. Yeah, so you spur your horse, and suddenly, now it was facing in this direction, right? So riding away, the quickest way for you to ride away is straight ahead, right?
Okay.
So sort of up and through there. Is that cool?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why I didn't predict you guys stealing horses. You know, as a GM, you're kind of like, what's the most likely? Oh, they'll steal a horse. Of course they will.
What, did you expect us to actually stay and fight 6 guys?
No. Well, I don't know. Who knows?
We were supposed to sneak away with the box.
Or we could have just, well, yeah, we could have just snuck away and around them and let them deal with the thing, but...
Yeah.
No.
This will make for much more interesting drama down the line.
Uh-huh.
Poor Cletus.
Oh, Cletus, I know he gets to run this thing without having to listen to Archer.
Yeah. He's the boss.
He just got a promotion.
Yeah. Extra 50 cents a day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, just looking for more. Oh, mounted combat. Oh, there's actually a mounted combat section in the new rules. Nice. Alright, this bestiary. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, see how far the horse actually goes.
Grizzly bear, giant worms, horse.
Giant worms? That sounds fun.
Tremors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my word.
8.
12.
Wow.
Wow.
And then you can push it with a successful riding roll. And they are fleet-footed. So they'll roll... go ahead and roll... So he'll move 12, which is off the screen, and then an extra D10. So go ahead and roll a
Is it
D10.
rolling? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, okay.
Roll a D10.
I'm rolling a D10 for what? Sorry?
How far he goes.
This is the 10, right? No, this is the 10.
Yep.
3.
15 hexes.
Off.
Yeah! Okay. It was like a little warp shift. Gone. Okay. Wait.
Oh, I need to unshake.
Yeah.
I'll give you this.
Spirit check.
Spirit check. Five.
5. Okay. So you are unshaken. Now you are mounted. You can move up to a half move this round.
Okay, so then I will ha-ha, and fall after her.
Okay. So that'll allow you to move 6.
Okay.
Right? Because you can move. You cannot make it sprint. You can only make it do a half
Sure.
move. Same direction?
Yep.
You didn't
Okay.
move me.
What's that?
You didn't move me.
I'm just going to move you out of the way here.
I gotta make sure I hopefully pull a car faster than them and I can get the hell out of here.
Okay. Joker was pulled. Let's
shuffle. Watch him shuffle.
I can't complain. There have been days where we pulled Joker after Joker on him in
Yeah,
other
that's
games.
true.
I know. I have actually drawn 2 jokers in a row.
Actually,
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
we've actually
I
had
remember that.
That's
we were doing loot for something and we pulled Joker. And
no.
then
That was for what's his nut meeting Dina.
oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
So on the cups, it actually says double jokers underneath it.
Oh, nice. Because of that?
Yes.
I remember Manny drew a joker, and then he drew another joker on his next time.
So, a photo 8971. We were playing a Star Wars game. Sorry, it's a very brief aside. And we needed a hyperdrive motivator to get our ship off the ground, right? And so this guy said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one of those, but what I need you to do is you need to take this land speeder. I need you to drive over to this place to, pick up, to do this job, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you come back, I'll give you the motivator. And I'm like, wah, 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 free land speeder. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Solid. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Better combat. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Move away.
Okay, let's do a ride roll.
Of course.
It's dark out. We're not going to see where we are.
There goes the last one for the night.
Oh, jeez.
And it got worse. Oh well.
Okay, so
2.
3.
Well, you can't get worse than the benefit.
Oh yeah. So 3.
3. All right. So you kick your horse. Your horse actually rears before it starts moving forward, but you don't get that far.
So and that was the move. Well, that was actually my whole. Was that a move action or whole action?
You tried to sprint the horse away?
Yeah.
It's a whole action. Okay, I'll take your card.
And probably shoot me now, since I'm the only one still in sight.
I know.
I'm still basically in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we go after Craig.
Okay. So this guy, he's sort of moving
That way.
That way. And he will continue to do so until he makes a spirit check, which is now unaided. Okay. So I have 3 guys who are still viable combatants. What I'm going to do is evens odds for who they're coming after. Evens odds. Even odd.
So 2.
Okay. This fella here with his pistol, he charges out and he's going to shoot after you, Mr. Wade.
Okay.
Okay, so that range is... How far is that? Ooh, medium range plus
Excellent.
darkness. He needs an 8.
Yes.
Okay, rolls his d6. Spends his Benny. Rolls another d6.
Misses.
Damn it. I should have spent one of these. Oh well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this guy's going to charge forward to try to actually grab the horse again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this guy runs down here. This guy, unfortunately, has something quite dangerous in the hand, and that's a double-barreled sawed-off shotgun.
Ouchie.
Now, 2 challenges with this. First off, it does a lot of damage. Second challenge, however, is it has an innocent bystander of 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a chance if he misses, he's going to hit my horse.
Or the guy grabbing your reins.
Or the guy grabbing the reins.
Okay, so we're going to do the guy grabbing the reins first. So he rolls his riding. 3. Plus a d6. But this is versus you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that's 3 plus 2, 5. So he grabs the reins of your horse.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the sawed-off shotgun has a range of 3.
Oh.
1, 2,
2.
4. The 1, 2, 3 is here. So.
Medium range.
So it's medium range.
Yeah.
In the dark.
He's going to do
In the
both
dark,
barrels.
yeah. Hopefully
Both barrels.
In the dark. Yeah.
Okay. So he needs 6 plus 2, 8. He gets plus 2 because it's a shotgun.
So he needs to roll 6.
He needs
Yes.
6s.
Oh, there's a 1 though.
There's a 1 though.
Okay. Horse is high.
Okay.
Okay. 1.
1, his buddy.
Oh, he shoots his buddy.
Yes.
All All right, so since it's medium range it's going to be 2d6. Somebody want to give me a location?
I got it.
All of the locations.
Oh! In the head with a... Oh!
Okay, let's do 2 dice, 6 damage.
Yes.
9.
Oh! That senses a headshot, and it penetrates his toughness +4. All right. Boom! Suddenly, there's a pink mist in front of you as his head explodes. His hat flops to the ground, and his body, suddenly realizing that it is uncontrolled by a head-like appendage,
Falls flat. Oh, but that's not good for me. That's probably going to be a ride check.
Okay. Make a ride check, please.
Yeah. Well, because the horse is going to be so flippin' spooked.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just... Oh,
Well,
both of them.
Oh, no way!
So 8, or, yeah, 8.
Whatever. It's just some...
Oh, no, you're not going away from me.
All right.
That's awesome.
All right, so the shotgun goes off. As it does so, it basically kills the guy in front of you, and your horse threatens to rear. Okay, but you grab the reins, pull its neck back, or pull its nose down, and it does not do so. Okay, you hear the guy, George. Okay.
Okay, so as my action, I'm going to shoot that guy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ride away. Three.
Miss.
Okay, and then I'm going to...
Okay. You're just going to move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you just move, you have control of the horse, so you don't need to make any checks.
Yep.
Okay. You're out of the action, so I don't even know why I gave you a card.
Oh, okay.
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 You're off the map.
Yeah.
And now, so is...
I would be as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You and me, buddy.
Oh.
Really? Oh, okay. I thought it was an ace.
Really?
I thought it was an ace, that's why I had
No.
to do it.
I'm just leaving.
Ride like the wind?
I don't think I'll push the horse, but... I'm just...
You canter off into the darkness?
Yeah.
All right. You guys escape Wanatchee Station. As you do so, bullets sort of whiz through the air as these guys fire blindly into the darkness. Okay. They don't hit anything. I'm going to roll 1 dice.
Okay.
And I'm going to say 12 is my target number.
Okay.
They don't hit anything. Okay. And then eventually, after calling, they, and yelling after you, they stop shooting and wasting their ammo and try to decide what the hell they're going to do. Okay. What do you guys do?
Well, we're going to head...
Keep going forward and then converse and talk.
Yeah, we're going to gather up together.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You got your box. You got away without taking injuries. I think that's worth a penny.
Nice. For me too?
Yeah, for
everybody.
everyone.
Okay, what do you do?
All right. Well, we gather back up.
We got them back up. Whether or not... I don't know if we want to ride these horses back into...
No, because
No, we don't just ride into town.
No.
Well, I think it's best if we just ride them back.
We ride them back to the edge of town, dismount, and
And then whack,
yeah.
whack.
Okay.
But before we do that, so we're gonna ride a bit just to kind of settle everything down.
Mm-hmm.
Pull over.
No.
And open up the two 20 and 4. We're gonna open up those boxes. We're gonna leave 13 alone.
Okay.
And we're gonna open 20 and 1.
Actually, there is something I'm going to do with 13, but...
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
I'm Detect Arcana,
Okay, do it.
even though I'm pretty damn sure it's magical, but... -1. Actually, I'll get off the horse if we're going to be stopping for him to play
Yeah.
with.
Before you roll, did you grab 2 dice? Oh, weird. Now, in my eyes, I saw you grab the D8 plus 2D6, and I'm like, yeah, weird. I didn't, yeah, it was... totally hallucinated there.
Yeah.
4,
-1.
3. Get nothing.
Not successful. Okay.
Hopefully these boxes aren't explosive. Just
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I'm just gonna grab a rock and
Okay, fair enough. So you turn your gun around in your hand and knock the
sure.
locks off.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna rule. Actually, these are well-crafted locks, actually made of steel, not brass.
Okay.
When you try to knock them off, you sort of beat the crap out of the lock, defacing it, but you can't actually.
Oh wow! So we're actually gonna have to.
you're going to have to pick it.
Yeah.
All right. So I walk.
Or if you have some sort of tools, you could rip the box open. But again, it's heavy metal, so.
Yeah. All right. I'll just have to
blacksmith.
deal with it. All right.
Okay, do it 6 or better.
Oh, okay. What am I using to do that? Oh, pick
Lock
lock.
picks.
Right. Sorry.
What team are you on?
4.
Okay. Yeah, this lock definitely defeats you. It is.
Okay.
It's a well-made lock.
Okay, and I'll try the other box.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
All right. So we'll just bring them.
All right. So they are big,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
and they look a little bit like they're fairly distinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How big?
Well, they're 6 inches by 4 inches,
Yeah.
and they're maybe 2 feet long.
So you can carry them under your arm.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So.
You can wrap them in a horse blanket.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
should-
gonna do. No, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
Yep.
And they'll probably wrap 13 in one as well.
Yeah.
The lock in 13 is not as.
Yeah,
well-made.
we're not
We're
opening.
not touching 13. We're just handing that
I think
thing
we just don't want to walk back into town being like, we stole these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We're gonna. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
The horse blanket was a good idea. I was gonna use my duster, but yeah, the horse blanket's perfect.
Horse blank is probably better.
All right.
Yeah.
And do you unsaddle the horses before you let them go, or do you just smack them away?
Let's unsaddle them because otherwise gives them the best chance of actually living as a wild horse if they don't have a
Yeah,
saddle
I
on.
don't care about the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Fair enough. So you unsaddle them, leave the saddles there. You guys remember to check the saddles because they're
We
saddlebags,
do.
Yes,
Of course
of
we
course.
do.
right? If you recall, they were actually loading their saddlebags.
Oh,
with-
right.
Right. What were they
Yes.
loading in these 3 saddlebags?
Yes.
As we take them off, we're like,
Yeah.
we should check these.
Wow, these are really full.
These are really all right.
Right. Okay. Well, the saddlebags are full of what could be considered to be luxuries in this time, right? One of them has like a couple of bottles of gin, a half dozen cigars,
Oh, nice.
some premium cigarettes. Like it's stuff that is of value to.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
So I,
You
take some
think probably they might have been destined for pine box. So, if the train station got robbed and then you guys had them try to sell them here, that might be
yeah,
bad.
Of course. No.
I mean, I would like to smoke those cigarettes.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the gin. Hey, I could actually have a few uses
So-
for the gin.
But the bags are quite full, okay? And they're full of possessions like that. I'll give you a list for the next game.
Sure.
Sure.
But do you just carry the saddlebags with you then?
Yep.
Okay.
Do we?
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
but they might have marks on them. People know that we took the saddlebags out of the horses and then they'll know that we stole.
Saddlebags appear to be relatively plain.
much
These
generic.
Are
guys...
they okay?
Yeah,
There's
these
no marks,
guys.
like-
Well, there's the maker's mark of the saddlebags.
But almost every saddlebag will be a similar
Yeah,
maker's
they'll
mark.
have.
And so walking into a town with saddlebags and no horses
It's pretty
is
normal.
fine.
Yeah.
The only problem I can see is, and we might have to avoid the livery stable or whatnot, but if we're seen walking back in with saddlebags
Yeah.
when we went out,
On a wagon.
On the wagon.
Yeah.
Right, but he walked into town with saddlebags.
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
So I'll.
Like he carried. What happens
I-
is for people who are travelers, owning a saddlebag is pretty much like luggage,
yeah,
right?
okay,
So rather than carrying a suitcase, you carry a saddlebag over your shoulder,
Okay.
right?
okay.
And then when you have a horse, you put it on the horse. So
Yeah.
so will you want to hang on to them forever? No,
No.
because if somebody comes to town looking for somebody who
Took some
took the
saddlebags.
horses from them,
Yeah.
right? They might look at you, but You're thinking these guys probably aren't going to say too much because
We've got them for murder, theft.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. No, I'll just string... I won't make you carry a saddlebag, so
Thank
I'll put it
you.
over my shoulder. Both.
okay. They're pretty heavy. Like you're probably carrying about 50 pounds of load then.
Jeez,
I still want to
Louise.
get my
Yeah, of
shirt
course.
dirty.
All right.
I'll have one, and I guess how heavy is it?
So you have 3 sets of saddlebags and you have 3 lock boxes. Plus you have your own stuff. The shotgun from Big John and
which is slung.
right, but still.
Yeah. We're gonna be slow walking
Slow
back.
walking. It's a heavy load. I got it.
Okay.
I got this. I got my guns in my holsters, and I'm carrying a couple things under my arm, a couple things on my shoulder.
Where are we going to store it out, like in our locker?
Yeah.
We're just gonna go straight to our rooms and.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to go too much farther today. You return the lockbox to Big John.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened was when he woke up and found you guys gone, he actually searched the town for you, and then kind of figured you'd gone off to do whatever because that's just the kind of folks you are. He takes a key when you take it up to his room. You drop your stuff off in your room. Did you guys pay for rooms for tonight?
Not yet.
Not yet. How much is?
$3 a night. Okay. When you take it up, he from a leather strap around his neck, he produces a small key which he fits into the lock. As he does so, the lock itself, as he opens it, it creaks as if the lock itself is ancient. Although, looking at it, it looks to be relatively modern kind of lock.
Yeah, but the way that this box is behaving.
You open it, and inside there is a single object. That object is about this big, about that tall. It is a box itself, okay, and it appears to be made of lead.
Okay.
Okay, and it is not only is it made with lead, the top appears to be sealed shut with molten lead.
Oh wow! Yeah, so whatever's in it is definitely not nice.
And as you pull it out, it's a lead brick, right?
Hence why that thing was so flippin' heavy.
Yeah, right. And so he takes it out, and his brow kind of furrows. It's like, what the hell? I was expecting like money or gold or something of value, but a lead brick? He kind of rattles it, and inside you hear like almost like a set of dice or something. Okay.
Something in there.
Now the second box, that one might be a little trickier. We'll call it there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Question.
Yeah. Hold on for a second. Thank you everybody for joining us. These games probably won't be as long as most of my games. A couple of reasons, but it's Sunday night and I got a couple things I got to do. But that said, thank you for joining us. If you do like it, my wife is just putting together the artwork for the title card. And so I'll put this session and last session up on YouTube as soon as she's done that, so hopefully soon. And I think we'll be back next Sunday.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be back next Sunday to see exactly where the second box of Big John candles is and what they're going to need to do to get it. And we hope you join us. If you do like it, like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.